Welcome to Weir Reading Virtual Storytime for the week of November 27th, 2023, Part 1. This week's theme is Mars. A Trip to Mars by Ruth Young, illustrated by Marianne Coco Lafleur. There is only one way to make a trip to Mars. That is in a spaceship with silver wings and many windows. When you pack, don't forget your spacesuit. You will need a space hat and space shoes. Remember your space gloves too. Winters there are long and cold. It doesn't rain on Mars, so you can leave your space umbrella home. But bring along a space mop. Mars has dust storms. Mars has 2 little moons, each one much smaller than our moon. But even with 2, there's less light at night, so bring along your flashlight. Mars is called the Red Planet. Its surface is dusty and covered with rust. Winds blow the dust up into the Martian sky, turning it pink. Vegetables don't grow on Mars, so you might bring some carrots, and celery sticks are also great for a trip to Mars. You can bring your space teddy and a box of space cookies. Chocolate chip ones are the best. No one knows if there is life on Mars, but just in case, bring some extra cookies. Mars has clouds in its sky. Some are white and wispy. Others are reddish-orange, probably from all that dust. If you bring your space crayons, you can make space pictures. Mars is almost 50 million miles away. Reading a space book on the way will make the trip go faster. Be sure to mark your space map with an X where you live. This will help you find your way home. Before you leave, say goodbye to your parents. Blast off! Facts about Mars. Mars is the 4th planet in our solar system, and it's the first planet beyond Earth. It is 141.5 miles from the Sun, almost 50 million miles farther out than the Earth. Since Mars is much farther from the Sun, a Martian year is almost twice as long as an Earth year, about 687 days. But a day on Mars is only 41 minutes longer than a day on Earth. You can see Mars from Earth without a telescope, even though it is a small planet. Mars is the 3rd smallest planet in our solar system, a little more than half as big as Earth. Mars has 2 of the smallest moons in our solar system. They are named Phobos and Deimos. They are lumpy and odd-shaped, sort of like potatoes. They are smaller than our moon and reflect less light. Since Mars has less mass than Earth, there is less gravity. If you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would only weigh 38 pounds on Mars. Mars has a solid surface, but it's very rocky. There are craters, volcanoes, and mountains. One volcano is 3 times higher than Mount Everest, and the biggest valley is 4 times as deep as the Grand Canyon. Mars is often called the Red Planet. It looks reddish-orange through a telescope and has white caps at its north and south poles. Most of the surface is covered with reddish-orange rust. It doesn't rain on Mars. Sometimes gentle winds blow. Other times winds stir up huge dust storms and the reddish-orange rust is swirled upward. These dust storms can engulf the entire planet. Like Earth, Mars has 4 seasons, but its year is 23 Earth months long. It's much colder on Mars than on Earth most of the time, and even in the summer, it's sometimes freezing cold. Mars has wispy clouds in its atmosphere. Some are whitish like our clouds, others are reddish-orange, probably from those dust storms. A human being couldn't breathe on Mars without a space helmet and an oxygen tank. There is no free-floating water on Mars. There are no rivers or streams, but there might have been once. No vegetables grow on Mars, and no other form of life as we know it has been found. The end. We're going to make a rocket blaster, and what you'll need is some markers, crayons, colored pencils, paints, whatever you want to do to color, and some Scotch tape, just invisible tape. Your Craft-to-Go kit includes a little rocket that you'll color, a bendy straw, and This is actually a milkshake straw. It's really big. You can just get any straw that's bigger than the other one. It just has to fit on the end of the bendy straw. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to color the spaceship. So I think I'm going to do mine green and blue. So I'm just going to color the parts I want on the spaceship, and then we'll attach it to the straw, the big straw, and that'll be that. Alright, now that it's all colored, we need to attach it to the straw. Now there's a piece of tape over the top of the straw. That's so that when we blow air into it, it blocks it and makes it fly. So we want the tape part to be at the top. So we just lay this here at the middle. Get a little bit of Scotch tape here. And tape it down at the top and bottom. If it goes over a little, you can just bend it around. That should stay on. And then all you do is you stick the straw into there, you just put it upright, and you blow it. And it flies. I'll try that again, and we'll do it this way so it has more room to fly. So it's in there, and I blow it, and it flew. That's your blast off rocket.